What if I told you that your biggest enemy is not your circumstances, not your environment, not even the people around you? Pause. It's the 6 inches between your ears, your own mind. Right now, somewhere in the world, 2 students are sitting with the same textbook, the same syllabus, the same 24 hours. One will become a doctor. One will spend the rest of his life wondering what went wrong. The only difference between them is not intelligence. It's not connections. It's not luck. It's one thing, one brutal, unglamorous, uncomfortable thing. Serious discipline. This is the story of Ryan, and I want you to listen carefully because somewhere in his story, you're going to find yourself. The boy who had everything but used nothing. Ryan was not an ordinary boy. Teachers noticed him from day one. His mind was sharp like a blade. He absorbed information faster than anyone in the classroom. His parents were proud. His friends admired him. On paper, Ryan had everything. But there was one crack, a silent, invisible crack that was slowly spreading underneath the surface. Ryan could not control his own mind. The moment he sat down to study, something happened. His eyes would drift toward his phone. His fingers would unlock the screen before he even realized it. One YouTube video became 5. One scroll through Instagram became 40 minutes gone, forever. He would catch himself and say those 4 dangerous words that have destroyed more dreams than failure ever could. I'll do it later. But later is a lie. Later is the graveyard where dreams go to die quietly. Ryan believed he was different. He believed that raw intelligence was enough. That discipline was for average people. That focused effort was something only the less gifted needed. He was wrong. And life was about to teach him that lesson in the most painful way possible. The day everything cracked. The scholarship exam results arrived on a Tuesday morning. Ryan had told himself he would be fine. He was smart, after all. He had barely prepared, but surely his natural ability would carry him through. It didn't. He failed. Not by a small margin. He failed while watching the names of students he had always considered below his level scroll past his own. Students who were not as naturally gifted, students who stayed after class, who said no to parties, who chose their future over their present comfort. They passed. He didn't. That evening, Ryan sat alone in his room. No phone, no music, just silence, and the crushing weight of his own choices staring back at him. He wasn't sad because he was stupid. He was devastated because he knew he wasn't. He had wasted himself. His potential had been sitting there like a loaded weapon, and he had pointed it at nothing. In that silence, something shifted inside him. He whispered to himself in the dark, "Being smart means nothing if you can't control yourself." That was the moment Ryan decided to change. Not tomorrow, not Monday, right then. The coach and the arrow. Ryan had heard about Coach Miller. He wasn't a conventional teacher. He didn't just teach sports. He transformed people. Students who walked into his sessions scattered and distracted walked out months later with the eyes of someone who had found their purpose. Ryan found him on the school field one afternoon. He walked up and said directly, "Coach, I'm failing, not because I'm not smart, because I can't focus. Every time I sit to study, my mind runs in 10 directions at once. I don't know how to stop it." Coach Miller didn't say a word. He simply turned, walked to the equipment room, and came back with a simple bow and arrow. He set up a target board 30 feet away and said, "Show me what you've got." Ryan pulled back the arrow. He looked at the board. He also noticed the trees swaying gently behind it. A bird sitting on the fence, 2 students laughing near the water fountain, the clouds moving slowly overhead. He released. The arrow hit the edge of the board and dropped. Coach Miller nodded slowly, like he had seen exactly what he expected. He said quietly, "What were you looking at when you shot?" Ryan said, "The board, the trees, the field, everything, I guess." Coach said, "That's not aim. That's distraction with a bow in your hand." He paused and then said something that hit Ryan harder than any failed exam ever had. "Ryan, a focused mind sees one thing. Everything else disappears. But your mind right now is like a browser with 40 tabs open. Every tab is eating your energy. Every notification is stealing a piece of your future. If you want to become who you're capable of being, you must learn to close the tabs." The 4 unbreakable rules. Coach Miller looked at Ryan and said, "I'm going to give you 4 rules. They are simple, they are not easy, but if you follow them without excuses, they will change your life completely." Rule 1. Catch your mind before it runs. The moment your thoughts drift toward your phone, toward social media, toward anything that isn't your goal, stop. Don't judge yourself. Just firmly bring your mind back and say out loud if you have to, "Not now. My future is being built right here, right now." Rule 2. Build a routine. Like a wall, your brain craves structure. Give it a fixed time to study, a fixed time to rest, a fixed time for everything. Within 2 weeks, your brain will stop fighting you. It will start following you. Routine is not a prison. Routine is freedom. Rule 3. Remove temptation completely. Don't test your willpower. Willpower is weak. Environment is stronger. Put your phone in another room. Delete the apps that eat your time. Make focus the easy choice by making distraction the hard one. Rule 4. Build the muscle. Every single day. Mental discipline is exactly like a physical muscle. You don't go to the gym once and become strong. You show up every day. Some days it's hard. Some days you don't want to. You show up anyway. The days you least want to do it are the days it matters most. Ryan wrote all 4 rules down. Then he looked up at Coach Miller and asked, "What if I fail at this too?" Coach said simply, "Then you get back up the next day and try again." Failure is not the opposite of discipline. Quitting is. The transformation. Ryan went home that night and changed something small. He put his phone in a drawer before sitting down to study. Just that. Nothing dramatic. Just one small act of choosing his future over his comfort. The first few days were brutal. His mind screamed for distraction. His fingers itched for his phone. His brain manufactured 100 reasons why he needed a break after only 10 minutes. But Ryan had a weapon now. Every time his mind wandered, he said the same words. "My goal is to become a doctor. Everything else can wait." 1 week passed, then 2, then a month. Something remarkable started happening. The sessions that once felt impossible after 20 minutes started stretching. 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, 3. His notes became sharper. His understanding became deeper. The material that once felt like a wall became a door he could walk through. He wasn't just studying more. He was becoming someone different, someone in control. The stage. Several months later, Ryan sat in an examination hall. This time there was no distraction, no wandering thoughts, just Ryan and his goal, alone in a room with a question paper. He didn't just pass, he came first. Not second, not third. First, when they called his name on stage to receive the scholarship that would fund his journey toward becoming a doctor, he didn't feel surprised. He felt prepared because he knew something now that most people never discover. Talent is common, potential is everywhere, but disciplined focus, that is the rarest thing on this earth. He remembered the exact words Coach Miller had said on that quiet afternoon on the school field. The mind is like a wild horse. Leave it untamed, and it will drag you through dirt, through distraction, through regret. But master it, truly master it, and it will carry you to places most people only dream about from a distance. The truth. Here is what I need you to understand before you close this video. Ryan's story is not unique. It is your story. It is the story of every person who has looked at their potential and felt the sharp pain of knowing they haven't lived up to it yet. The gap between where you are and where you want to be is not intelligence. It is not opportunity. It is not timing. It is discipline, focus, the daily choice to do what is hard over what is comfortable. You have a wild horse inside you. The only question that matters right now, in this moment, is this: are you going to let it run wild, or are you finally going to take the reins? The choice is yours. It always has been. If this story reached something deep inside you, share it. Someone in your life needs to hear this today. Subscribe and stay with us, because every week we bring you stories that don't just entertain, they transform. Until next time, be patient, be disciplined, and keep moving forward, because your destination is waiting for you.